Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright, I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it once only. I started this fucking channel for auditing and cop watching. Not a fucking Jerry Springer show. And I got something else for you too.
These nuts.
Me outside, how about that?
Waiting for people to show up. So as soon as people show up, I'll start talking. Not in a very good mood this morning, so yeah, just saying. I'm going to show a video of chickens coming home to roost.
Of 2021, the police in Sunrise, Florida, arrested a man by the name of Jean Similian, who was accused of attacking people at a local business. The suspect was handcuffed, but officers struggled to wrangle him into the back of the squad car. It was around that time that Sergeant Christopher Pulley's, a 21-year veteran of the force, arrived at the scene. Pulley's, with a can of pepper spray in hand, hurtled out of his vehicle and made a beeline towards Similian, who finally agreed to get into the car as the sergeant was swiftly approaching. Despite the suspect's newfound cooperation, Pulley's didn't relent as he subsequently berated and threatened the man. He repeatedly told Similian to look him in the eyes before stating he was the wrong cop to play with. The suspect appeared to relish the sergeant's aggression and proceeded to egg him on, saying, "Do what you gotta do, man. You gonna mace? Mace me." As Pulley's profane threats continued, a female officer rushed up behind him and tugged on his belt, imploring him to ease off. At that point, Pulley's shifted his ire towards her, shouting, "Don't ever touch me again," as he reached out to grab her by the neck. With both hands wrapped squarely around his colleague's throat, the enraged officer pushed her back, then instructed everyone at the scene to turn off their body cameras. However, Pulley's outburst up to that point had already been recorded in its entirety. Speaking to a local media outlet in the incident's aftermath, Sunrise Police Chief Anthony Rosa called Pulley's behavior that day disgusting and unprofessional, saying the body cam video speaks for itself. In the summer of 2022, it was announced that the disgraced cop, who'd already been relieved of supervisory duties and placed under internal investigation, was being criminally charged with felony battery, assault, and tampering with evidence. The following November, police retired from the force amid his ongoing legal proceedings. Number 6. Andrew Lawson. A pair of deputies from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office in Florida had their lives and careers irrevocably derailed as a result of an incredibly reckless decision made on December the 4th of 2022. In addition to being colleagues, deputies Andrew Lawson and Austin Walsh, both in their early 20s, were described as best friends and roommates. While off duty on the day in question, the two had been playing video games at their Palm Bay home but decided to take a break. Shortly thereafter, Lawson reportedly brandished a firearm and jokingly pointed it at Walsh. The former then pulled the trigger twice, erroneously believing the weapon to have been unloaded. Walsh was struck in the head by the bullet that was accidentally discharged, and although his panicked roommate immediately dialed 911, there was no chance of saving his life. The county sheriff said he was devastated upon receiving news of the incident, recalling his close relationships with both Walsh and Lawson. The latter was taken to the Brevard County Jail on manslaughter charges. He cooperated fully with the investigation, having been left distraught by his life-altering recklessness. After posting his $15,000 bail, Lawson moved back in with his mother while awaiting his next court appearance, slated for April of 2023. In the meantime, his employment with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office was terminated. Number 5. Nathaniel Hendren. In January of 2019, St. Louis police officer Nathaniel Hendren and his partner were hanging out at his South City home, despite the fact that they were on duty and supposed to be patrolling elsewhere. They were joined by 24-year-old Caitlin Alex, a fellow St. Louis officer and married military veteran who was off duty at the time. According to subsequent reports, Hendren and Alex used the revolver to engage in a reckless game of Russian roulette. Hendren reportedly emptied the weapon, then placed a single bullet back into the cylinder and gave it a spin. He pointed the gun away from him and pulled the trigger to no effect. Alex subsequently took the revolver and aimed it at Hendren and pulled the trigger, but it once again did not fire. Then Hendren pointed it at Alex and again pulled the trigger, but this time the weapon discharged. The bullet struck the young woman in the chest, and although the male officers rushed her to the hospital, she was later pronounced dead. While at the hospital, Hendren allegedly told his supervisor that the shooting was accidental and that he wouldn't want to harm Alex because he was in love with her and they were in an intimate relationship. He further indicated that they were planning on moving in together. Shortly after the incident, Hendren resigned from the force. He also faced criminal charges of involuntary manslaughter, to which he ultimately pleaded guilty. Hendren was consequently sentenced to 7 years behind bars, a punishment Alex's mother felt was far too lenient. While speaking with the local press, the woman said, "He should have gotten life in prison if it was up to me." In November of 2022, Hendren was denied parole, forcing him to serve out his entire term.
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major update.
Number 4. Harlem Brawl. In June of 2019, an alarming video surfaced online in which a pair of New York City police officers could be seen brawling with one another at the corner of West 116th Street and Lenox Avenue in Harlem. In the footage, 2 marked NYPD patrol cars, one with flashing lights, were shown parked along the side of the street. At one point, a uniformed officer emerged from the driver's seat of one of the vehicles and forcefully shoved another cop, after which a scuffle ensued. As the warring colleagues continued grappling with one another, one of them pressed the other against the side of one of the parked SUVs. Other NYPD officers eventually stepped in to break up the fight. The incident sparked an internal department review, although it's unclear how the investigation played out, and no details regarding what had triggered the dispute were made readily available to the public. Number 3. Aaron Wright. 3 officers from the Lafayette Police Department in Indiana were dispatched to a local residence in search of a wanted fugitive on January 8th of 2019. Although the suspect wasn't present at the home, the trio of officers, which included Lane Butler and her partner Aaron Wright, were met by a large and aggressive dog, prompting them to retreat outside. As they did so, however, Wright accidentally discharged his service weapon while following closely behind Butler, striking her in the shoulder. In body cam footage of the incident, Butler was shown collapsing to the ground immediately while the third officer rushed over to tend to her. Wright flagged down another police car responding to the scene and placed his injured partner in the back seat. but an ambulance subsequently arrived to take her to the hospital. Although it wasn't visible in the video, the department later revealed that Wright had been attacked by the dog from behind, which allegedly caused the accidental discharge of his firearm. The Lafayette police chief said the incident hadn't been the result of an act of negligence, carelessness, or otherwise reckless behavior, but rather an unfortunate sequence of circumstances. Butler, who was only days away from celebrating her 3rd anniversary with the department, was brought to Franciscan Health Lafayette East in serious but stable condition. In a social media update posted about a week later, it was revealed that she'd been released from hospital. It was also reported that Wright wouldn't face disciplinary repercussions for his role in the accident. Number 2. Stephen Green and Joseph Tyler. In the early hours of March 25th of 2016, a handful of officers from the Atlanta Police Department congregated for dinner at the R. Thomas restaurant in Buckhead at the end of a late-night shift. According to a statement later released by a department spokesperson, 2 of the officers, later identified as Stephen Green and Joseph TYER, started bantering back and forth about who would win in a foot race. Despite the seemingly trivial topic of conversation, tensions between the 2 men eventually escalated, and TYER threatened to punch Green in the face. The latter was initially taken aback by his colleague's hostility, but when TYER issued a second threat, the 2 men came to blows and ultimately needed to be separated by the other officers. At some point during the altercation, TYER allegedly pulled out his service weapon, but no shots were fired. Green, who'd been an Atlanta police officer for 5 years, was placed on administrative leave in the wake of the incident. TYER, meanwhile, was also suspended, but subsequently resigned from the force 5 days later. Want to see more cops who went rogue? Then stay tuned after number 1. We have a few more previous cases lined up after this. Number 1. Ismael Tamayo. A shooting at Stoddard Wells off-highway vehicle area, an unincorporated section of Apple Valley, California, was reported to the authorities during the early hours of May the 3rd of 2020. Deputies from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office subsequently arrived at the scene to find 3 off-duty Los Angeles police officers, one of whom was suffering from a gunshot wound to the upper body. The victim, Mark Mascherano, was airlifted to a nearby trauma center where he was reportedly kept in stable condition. The ensuing investigation uncovered that the man had been shot by his colleague, 44-year-old Ismael Tamayo, while they and an off-duty supervisor were shooting guns on a camping trip. Tamayo was initially arrested on attempted murder charges, but later pleaded not guilty to a felony count of assault with a firearm. His police powers were stripped pending the outcome of both his criminal proceedings as well as an internal administrative review. In April of 2021, an article in the LA Times went into great detail regarding Tamayo's documented mental health struggles, which was said to have played a large factor in the shooting. The man's attorney stated that at the time he fired his weapon at Mascherano, he was suffering from PTSD-related disassociation, which allegedly caused him to revert back to his military training, believing he was in a combat setting. The incident had also been precipitated by the trio of officers drinking copious amounts of alcohol for multiple hours, which was cited as another contributing factor. Number 7. Nicolette Muniz. Officer Nicolette Muniz was investigated by her own colleagues at the San Antonio Police Department following allegations that she'd assaulted a love rival. In April of 2019, a report created in connection to the incident detailed how Muniz, a 3-year veteran of the force, had FaceTimed former SAPD officer Kenneth Moreno, with whom she was allegedly having an affair. The call was answered by Moreno's girlfriend, however, and an argument between the 2 women subsequently ensued. Muniz eventually coaxed the rival into revealing her home address, and the off-duty officer then went to her residence in the early hours of the morning to confront her. Upon Muniz's arrival, reports indicated that there was a physical altercation between the women. The officer allegedly elbowed the homeowner in the stomach and struck her in the face and neck in an attempt to elicit a similarly violent reaction. Rather than strike Muniz in retaliation, however, Moreno's girlfriend called the police. It was later discovered that Moreno himself had been hiding in the backyard before he ultimately left the premises through a back alleyway. Officer Muniz was arrested and placed on administrative leave following the incident. Although she'd initially faced criminal charges, they were later dropped due to insufficient evidence. In June of 2020, Muniz reportedly told a fellow SAPD officer that she'd been in contact with Moreno, which violated the terms of the order she'd received from her superiors to stay away from her former romantic partner. She was consequently issued a 15-day suspension in mid-December of 2020. Number 6. Maria Velez. In 2015, Ohio woman Maria Velez left her job as a bilingual teacher's aide at Clark School to enter Cleveland's police academy. In December of that year, the 22-year-old reportedly started working basic patrol in the department's 5th district. The mother of a male student came forward in September of 2017 to report that the officer had had an inappropriate relationship with her son during her time as a teacher's aide. Velez allegedly had several intimate encounters with the respective student throughout much of 2015. In response to the accusations against the young officer, detectives in the Cleveland Police Department's Internal Affairs Unit launched an investigation into the matter. It led to Velez being arrested during her shift on October the 19th. She was charged with multiple offenses, including attempted tampering with evidence and intimidation of a crime victim or witness. The charges stemmed from a phone call she'd reportedly made to the victim's mother, in which she told her to lie about the illicit relationship when questioned by investigators. It was reported that the patrol woman agreed to resign from the police department in the wake of her arrest. In April of 2018, Velez pleaded guilty to the charges levied against her and was ultimately sentenced to 24 months in prison plus 5 years of supervised release. Number 5. Davin Cole. At around 6 p.m. on November the 3rd of 2021, off-duty San Francisco Police Sergeant Davin Cole entered a Rite Aid in San Mateo. Cole, who was allegedly armed with a loaded firearm that wasn't his service weapon, handed the pharmacist a note demanding painkillers for which he didn't have a prescription. It's unclear if anything was ultimately stolen, but Cole was confronted by 2 San Mateo police officers upon exiting the store. They tackled the off-duty sergeant to the ground after he'd resisted arrest, and he was eventually taken into custody on suspicion of robbery. Cole was reportedly admitted to a rehabilitation facility after posting bail. The suspect's attorney detailed how his client had secretly been battling an addiction to painkillers ever since a doctor had prescribed them to him for a severe canine bite in 2010. He also revealed the darkly ironic fact that Cole had been working in the police department's Healthy Streets Outreach Command and Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program, where he helped individuals with substance abuse issues stay off the streets. He was placed on unpaid leave pending an internal investigation into his arrest. Cole reportedly appeared in court via video conference in February of 2022. Number 4. Dave Rodriguez. California man Don McComas uploaded a video to YouTube on July the 29th of 2015, which showed a troubling encounter he'd had with a local police officer in front of his Rohnert Park residence. During the 5-minute clip that went viral on social media in the incident's aftermath, McComas noticed a police cruiser slowly approaching his house while he was hooking a boat up to his vehicle in his driveway. After a couple of minutes, the officer inside the patrol car was shown taking a picture of McComas with his own cell phone. He then exited the car and approached the homeowner, ordering him to take his hand out of his pocket. The officer subsequently unholstered his service weapon and pointed it at the ground. McComas maintained that he'd done nothing wrong and asked the policeman if he was suspected of committing a crime. The officer admitted that the homeowner wasn't under any such suspicion, and he then walked back to his cruiser before leaving the scene. The Santa Rosa Press Democrat later identified the officer in the video as Dave Rodriguez. Rohnert Park Police Chief Brian Masterson reportedly declined to comment on the incident, and it was reported that the city of Rohnert Park would investigate the matter. The official probe concluded that Officer Rodriguez had acted within his rights during his interaction with McComas. The latter filed a lawsuit against the city seeking more than $25,000 in damages for what he described as a violation of his civil rights and the negligent infliction of emotional distress. Court documents indicated that a settlement was eventually reached by the 2 parties, but the specifics of the agreement weren't made available to the public.
Want to know how I'd invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, real estate, or that.
Number 3. Rodney Dunn. On July the 9th of 2020, Arkansas woman Nicole Harper was traveling on US Highway 167 in the city of Jacksonville. The 38-year-old woman, reported as being pregnant at the time, was clocked at a speed of 84 miles per hour in a 70-mile-per-hour zone by Arkansas State Trooper Rodney Dunn. The officer subsequently began pursuing Harper, who didn't immediately pull over to the shoulder. The woman would later justify the delay by explaining that she didn't think there was sufficient space for her vehicle. Instead of instantly stopping, Harper had reportedly reduced her speed to that of roughly 60 miles per hour and turned on her hazard lights as she searched for a safe location to pull over. Dunn, however, believed that the woman was attempting to flee from him. The trooper then rammed Harper's bumper in an attempt to execute a pursuit intervention technique, commonly referred to as a pit maneuver. The woman's car was sent careening into the adjacent lanes before it flipped over and slid to a complete halt. Harper reportedly avoided any serious injury during the accident, and her baby was ultimately born without complication a few months later. She was, however, charged with speeding and failing to yield to an emergency vehicle. Harper subsequently filed a civil lawsuit against the state of Arkansas, and in November of 2021, the two sides reportedly reached a settlement agreement. Court records detailed how the agreement would lead to policy changes on the use of pit maneuvers by state police. Number 2. Daria Jalali and Austin Hopp. On June the 26th of 2020, an elderly Colorado woman named Karen Garner exited a Walmart location in the city of Loveland with $14 worth of unpaid merchandise. Employees at the store detected the theft and retrieved the items from the 73-year-old, who allegedly pulled off one of the workers' face masks during the minor altercation that ensued. Garner subsequently began walking home, and the employees contacted local police to report the incident. A first-year officer with the Loveland Police Department named Austin Hopp found Garner picking flowers in a field alongside the road a short time later. Hopp reportedly approached the woman aggressively with the intention of arresting her. Garner, who appeared scared and confused in video captured by the officer's body cam, started to walk away from him, at which point he grabbed her arms and pulled them backwards in order to handcuff her. The officer then forced the 80-pound woman to the ground repeatedly as she continually attempted to get up and walk home. Officer Daria Jalali arrived at the scene soon after that and helped Hopp hold down Garner against the hood of a patrol car and hog-tie her. A bystander reportedly questioned the officer's use of force on the frail woman, but Jalali and Hopp dismissed their concerns. Garner was taken to the police station, where she was handcuffed to a bench as a small group of officers laughed and joked while watching Hopp's body cam footage of the arrest. In the aftermath of the incident, it emerged that Garner had sustained a fractured arm, a dislocated shoulder, a sprained wrist, and several bruises on her body as a result of the officer's aggressive exertion of force. It was also revealed that the woman suffered from dementia and sensory aphasia. Garner filed a federal lawsuit against the city of Loveland and 5 members of the police department in April of 2021. The elderly woman was ultimately awarded a $3 million payout after a settlement was reached, and officers Jalali and Hopp resigned from the department after facing criminal charges. The latter's trial was scheduled to begin on April the 18th of 2022. Number 1. Yvonne Wu. On the evening of October the 13th of 2021, an off-duty New York police officer named Yvonne Wu broke into her ex-girlfriend's Brooklyn apartment and lay in wait. Shortly after Wu had arrived on the premises, 23-year-old Jenny Lee arrived home with her new girlfriend, Jamie Liang, aged 24. Wu confronted them and promptly opened fire, shooting both women in the torso. One of the victims was able to contact 911, and Wu could reportedly be heard in the background of the phone call screaming, "I told you not to mess with me." When officers made their way to the scene, they came upon Wu standing outside the apartment, and she was then taken into custody without incident. Lee and Liang were both transported to the hospital following the shooting. The latter passed away a short time later, while Lee was stabilized by doctors and ultimately survived the shooting. Wu was taken to Maimonides Medical Center, where she underwent a psychiatric evaluation. The 5-year police veteran was charged with murder and attempted murder in connection to the Love Triangle shooting. In January of 2022, the slain woman's family announced their plans to file a $25 million lawsuit against the New York Police Department and the City of New York. The family alleged that the police department had acted negligently in allowing Officer Wu to retain her service weapon in spite of the fact that they were aware of her distressed emotional state that had been exacerbated by her contentious breakup with Lee. Thanks for watching. Would you rather work with your best friend at a high-stress job that causes lots of fights, or ask
Where do you usually stay?
I don't know. Where do you stay?
At my house.
Where's that?
They don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about us.
Welcome if you guys are new. Please take the time to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Today's video comes from the channel Travis Hines. If you've never heard of his channel, link will be in the description below. Travis Hines is from Washington and likes to travel, but unfortunately Travis gets harassed by police almost everywhere he travels to.
What's up? Good.
What's going on?
What's up?
What's going on?
Man, what are you going on with you?
I'm just sitting here. Pulled up, and there's a random car here in the parking lot.
The only one, too?
Yeah, you're the only one.
All right.
What you got going on?
Well, I see two. I see yours.
Okay. Yeah, well, my car wasn't here until I pulled up.
Got my car, and we got your car.
Okay.
What's your name?
Officer Killebrew.
Killebrew, okay.
Yeah. What you doing here tonight?
Just sitting here, I mean, relaxing.
Okay.
Is there a problem with that?
So are you homeless, or you just live out of your car? What you got going on?
I'm just sitting here, I mean.
You're not just sitting here in a sleeping bag. You're covered up.
I'm trying to keep warm, but you remember how it was last night, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little memory, of last night. Just keeping, warm from that.
Right.
Still recovering from last night.
Okay. Where do you usually stay?
I don't know. Where do you stay?
At my house.
Where's that? Can you give me your address?
No.
Can I see your ID?
Can I see yours, though?
Yeah, I'd like to see yours. So let's exchange some IDs.
Right here. Killebrew. Officer Killebrew.
Where's your picture on that? Do you have a picture on that?
You're looking at me.
No, how do I coordinate your face with a picture ID?
If you need further information, you can call the police department in the morning, and they can give you all the information you need.
Well, why don't you just give me an ID right now? Do you have an ID?
Yeah, I do have an ID.
All right. Well,
do you have an ID?
Yeah, let's exchange some IDs. I'd like to see your ID, please, Officer Killebrew. What's your first name?
I do not have to give you my ID. So we're done with that.
You don't? Oh, well, what protects you from having to give me your ID? Travis Hines of Lava Hot Springs.
Is that you?
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Okay.
Sounds like you guys got some things figured out.
Yeah, we got some things figured out. We also got some stuff going on.
What's that?
And we're trying to investigate that, and then we see a car sitting in a parking lot by itself.
What'd you guys hear?
I didn't hear anything about you.
What's on the radio?
Nothing about you until right now.
You guys, is your radio encrypted? I was trying to listen to.
No, it's not.
Okay. From what I understand, like I tried listening to the police scanner the other day in this area, and I couldn't hear anything. And I talked to some people about that on the internet, and it sounded like you guys might have changed your radio frequency recently.
Yeah, we don't change anything.
You haven't heard about any frequency on your radios being changed?
No.
And it hasn't been encrypted either, right?
Right.
All right.
All right. So are you going to show me your ID or not?
Well, let's exchange some IDs. I'd like to see your ID, please.
No. Yeah.
Match that. Yeah, these windows are it's a pass through type of thing for me. So, and and if anything happens now, you got my information. So, I guess I could be a suspect for anything else.
Can't go? Do this to clear out stuck poop fast. Fiber helps you poop, right?
So I don't know, they're talking to these two guys. I don't know if they already have someone in the vehicle or they're just making a report. I think this was they hit their car or something like that.
We almost lost their lives.
Tell them, man. Tell them.
We don't have guns like you guys.
They work for us.
You guys are cool. You guys are cool and collected. You guys have guns. But if I had a gun, we'd be talking about a victim right here, and I'd be the guy on the side.
Tell them. Where's their seatbelt? Tell them to get their seatbelt on.
Their seatbelt. Hey, I think the wrong way.
Sick. Let them know, dog. Let them know. Tell them like it is, perro. They gotta respect us.
Your seatbelt. Belt.
What happened, man? What happened? Tell your story.
Horrible, man.
What happened?
Almost got stabbed.
You did?
Yeah. Shit.
Coming at us. It's crazy.
We had to hide in there and shit.
He was mad at us. He was mad.
Yeah, he even like flexed out here.
And they didn't get him?
Nothing. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
How long did they take to get here?
Fucking 10 minutes.
Damn.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
That's a fair.
You guys could have been. You guys could have been right there on the ground and everything.
We were in the bathroom, and the guy was outside like, "What's up? What's up?"
I would have been bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then he pulled his
In
car
10
out
minutes,
here.
you'd be right there, the victim out there.
He pulled his car out here with his dog and was like, "What? Come out here! Come out here!" Because he knew the cops weren't showing up.
Anybody that's from the hood knows that if there's a gun, run away.
Hey! What are you guys doing?
Nothing. We're on the sidewalk.
You have me?
No, we're on the sidewalk.
You gotta go. You
It's a
gotta
public
go.
place.
You gotta get out of here.
It's a
No.
public place.
Hey!
It's a public
You gotta get out of
place.
here.
It's a public place. Oh, the cops is left. Why didn't you come out before? But they were here. Why didn't you come out?
How about we call the cops on you for intoxication?
Why?
Call the cops on him for being drunk. You motherfucking stupid as fuck. He has a fucking beer in his hand. I'm gonna call the cops on his dumbass.
Yeah.
Yo.
That was a hot one, dude.
See that shit? What happened? I want to get the story. I don't know what happened, dude. Hey, you guys know that guy? Was he the guy? Yo. Yo, what happened? Yo.
Yo.
Folks, help me start my campaign off strong by donating today. Every generation has a moment where they have to stand up for democracy, to stand up for their.
Hey, what happened? What happened? Who was that guy?
Don't worry about it.
He's involved with it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the guy?
Turn yourselves around. Don't record you. You don't have permission to record.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
No, I'm okay with being
What? What do you mean? We're trying to get your story out there, man.
Story.
Whoa. What's going on?
Oh, bye.
Man, what's wrong with you?
Hey guys, why did he come out of nowhere?
That's what we're trying to figure out, but your friend's getting upset.
For like this street, like, come on.
What?
Yeah. Hey, it doesn't matter.
What does it mean? Some guy came at you guys with a knife. What do you mean that doesn't matter?
Go ask him.
Well,
Hey guys, what's up with that man?
I don't know. That's what we try to figure out.
Came out all
We were trying to figure out why he came at you guys all hard. I thought that was the guy.
No idea. Go ask him.
He's Casper. He's like that random guy that just.
We were in front of his house.
Look, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, why is it that?
Hilarious.
As soon as the cops leave,
He comes out on.
He's a bossy. He's a bossy.
He was
Crazy, huh?
arrested, so he was hiding.
but did you guys have the cameras
He's not
on?
crazy. He's a loser.
Yeah.
He's a loser ass bitch.
That's why I know you guys.
Yeah, dude.
That's why I'm not even tripping. Thank you guys. I follow Ange News. I'm a big follower of Ange News. Straight up. So you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about the night
He's a
crawlers.
loser.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Loser bitch.
Yeah, but you don't have to cuss at me, man.
No, not you.
No.
I said he's a loser.
No. He's like, you know,
Who's a loser, man? How do you know his
That was
life?
wild.
we don't
Maybe
know his life.
He's a successful individual.
What does he do?
He's not. I
What
am.
is-
He's not.
What is he?
You want my card?
Yeah.
You guys think
You
he's
have a card?
successful man? The guy
Oh,
that just
yeah.
came out here. trying to
Yeah,
talk
but I
shit?
don't want to put
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just drunk.
Well, you said you were.
Oh yeah. But I didn't come threatening him though.
Well, maybe
no.
someone needs
Well, you know what?
assistance.
People get high-headed.
Nah, he's not. I have a minimum level that I can work with.
Well, no, I'm saying like internet-wise.
No.
No?
I have a minimum level that I can work with as a client. I have a minimum level, and he doesn't meet it.
Yeah.
Oh, standards. I get it.
It's not. It's just a minimum. It's a bank minimum.
No, not at all.
You know,
The thing is,
it's a
like,
private bank,
you gotta
so
be
we have a minimum.
bro.
Yeah,
Father or
And
not.
I'm sure he can't meet it if he lives
Know
here.
that, bro.
He's the one with the knife.
Well, that's why you gotta.
Oh, he has a knife?
Oh my
gosh.
Don't attract that attention.
Oh,
He didn't even
he has a
do
knife.
Like he was just.
I don't have a knife.
Just in a bad place at the bad time, right?
Here he comes again.
We're just having tacos. We're just having this time. It's smart to put the beer
This is taco spot.
Yeah, guisados. Yeah, it's great
Oh,
tacos.
okay.
Have you had
Got
guisados?
that liquid courage going on, man.
Dude.
My goodness.
It's more
Hell of a liquid
Mexican.
courage.
Did it have sour cream?
Check up on them.
They do. Oh, so that's not.
They do if you want. If you want.
Oh,
yeah. Not traditionally.
Would you put sour cream on a street taco?
Me?
No, right? No, you don't mess it up like that.
For real.
Mom's like, are they gonna come knock on my door?
Bernie coming because they canceled the video.
They're after me. They came here for me.
What are you guys up to? Like, just like.
Getting the news, man. We're out
Yeah,
here.
man.
Nice. You guys do this every night?
Every night, man. We're out here.
Is there enough drama every night? It must be sustainable because you guys do it.
Think about it. We popped up right here. The next,
And then it happened.
You hear the radio going off and going off, and
Yeah.
where do we go next? You know?
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Look at domestic violence. 1199 something over here.
Is that? Oh shit! You guys got a radio?
Yeah.
You guys can tap into the radio.
No.
Oh shit! You can talk to them.
Huh? Oh, no,
You can talk to them.
He got you, dude.
Oh, I know. It's cool.
You heard him talking to him?
Oh shit!
Yeah. We got a 1098. We got a 1098. 2 hostels.
That's what's up. 2 hostiles.
Well, you were getting mad because we were filming for no reason, man. What's up with that? I know, but like, I mean, why did you get upset?
Because why you guys?
Well, like, we got to get the story, man.
What? You guys are not reporters.
What do you mean?
And there is no story. There's
Hey,
just
you
a
think when
crazy press.
Seinfeld's recording out in the street,
You know
everybody
what?
else knows what he's recording?
I appreciate
You know what I'm
people.
saying?
I appreciate people recording out of their own fucking interests. You know.
So
Do
you
you think news stories ever come upon, man?
Exactly.
You know?
No,
If
but
somebody's out
fuck
there
the news
filming.
stories.
Hey, get back to work!
Yeah. No, fuck the news stories because you know they hide shit. You guys are legit.
Oh, we're the real news.
You guys are legit.
yeah, you see it as it happens.
I appreciate you guys for that.
You know?
All right, well, never cuss me out again, then, dog.
Did I cuss you out?
A little bit.
What did I say?
You said, turn the camera off.
Yeah, oh, come on. I'll replay it for you if you want, dude.
I got that on camera.
You could see yourselves. See how silly it was. It was like, what are you talking? Because your buddy's trying to tell you it's fine. He wants to get the word out on this maniac that could have almost killed you guys.
Monday. Where's Freddie?
Turn it off, bro. Turn it all off.
Where's Freddie?
Turn it all off. What's that? Show it to me.
I was trying to tell him that. I was trying to tell him.
Shut the fuck up, man. You can't be driving film stuff like that, bro.
Hey, where's
Here we go.
Oh
You
shit!
dropping
This
your beer and
beer,
everything like
dude.
that, man. What's wrong with you? These motherfuckers ready for some sauce or something.
Turn it all off. Y'all ready for some, turn it all off.
I ain't messing with you, dog. You messing with the wrong
Hey.
one right here.
The wrong one? Is that a fucking joke?
Nah, bro. Why don't you go and
Is that
get
a
it,
cue? The wrong one? They're taking off. We got this guy, this guy, this guy.
Turn it off. Why you doing for yourself, dog? You have your beer, you drop your beer. Why don't you go grab another one?
I got plenty of those.
I'm saying you got plenty of them.
Yeah, that's straight. That's straight. If it's for YouTube, what you guys are doing it for, like I said, for the neighborhood, whatever. For this shit, you can't just come over here and
What do you mean?
That's just not gonna happen. When you're filming that, it's not gonna happen. At all. At all. At all.
That's cool. Nobody.
What do you mean?
The ghost of the red hat guy is gonna say so. I don't think so. That's nobody. That's nobody. I need to get myself protected.
But you cannot come over here and do that shit.
You're acting like this is your block, man.
Hey, look, see, that's
or what? Your
what Constitution? Do you see my hat? Do you see my hat? Do you know why I'm wearing this hat today? Do you know why I'm wearing this hat today?
I think it's satire.
Do you know why I'm wearing this hat today?
You're wearing it as a joke. You know what the constitution holds?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
And it
You're wearing it
is.
as a joke.
It's a joke.
Satire. Because you evidently don't know anything that's going on, brother. If you out here acting
Yeah,
like
man.
this,
Come on. What's the matter with you?
I don't know anything that's going on.
You don't, man. You just came out of nowhere and started telling these guys to take off, man. And then you're trying to tell us we can't film anything. What's the matter with you, man?
I came out of nowhere.
Where did you come out of then?
You're a barbershop, right? You're a barbershop over
How
there?
long have I been here?
What is that?
What? My family been
What does that got to do with me?
I came out of nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere.
Black man. I will let you explain that to them. I'm not going to explain anything else.
What does black and white and blue and purple and red and green all matter?
Black and white
man?
doesn't have shit to do with
So then what are you
shit.
trying to say? Why?
Black and white doesn't have shit to do with shit.
So then?
Black and white doesn't have shit to do with shit. I'm a black Seminole.
Oh, all right.
You don't know shit about that. You don't know shit about that.
All right, man.
And you're laughing.
Yeah, man.
You're laughing. I want to sock you in your fucking face right now.
Do whatever you gotta do, man. You're crazy.
Oh, I mean, I could be crazy. I could just be whatever. I could be normal. Whatever. I'm crazy. No, I'm gonna go back inside and grab my camera and follow you guys back down the rest of the way to the street.
Well, we'll just be in front of your place.
Hey, all right, whatever. Cool. Let's do that.
Hey, you should pick up your beer, man. That's littering.
Yeah. Public intoxication.
Yeah.
We don't know. He's all hammered and shit. They locked him out, dude.
Okay, you ran to get his phone. Okay. bro, you see
Good shit.
You have the words there, man.
I got my shit.
You got me shot, though, man. You got people running back inside. I know you running inside.
We're out here, sunset. Look at this guy.
Man, what's up with your boy?
Oh,
You know, it's kind of weird.
All y'all do is just record.
Y'all.
It's different being from Tampa, Florida, being on some real black man shit, being on some real black Seminole shit, and you got like this dude over here and this dude, this.
Welcome to the Seven Greens neighborhood in Plymouth, Minnesota. This one owner, two-story home was upgraded with all of the best finishes back in 2005. Let's go take a look inside. As you walk into this home, you notice everything this floor plan has to offer. A fantastic main level office with glass pocket doors right before you enter the living and dining room space that's perfect.
No, you guys are kind of weird for just like recording the public. It's like,
weird.
bro, like what else can y'all do? Like, do y'all do anything else?
Look, hey, look. This is Michael
for real, do you do anything else?
Hey, look at Michael Che's like crackhead son.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm wondering, dude, what do you do outside of this?
Do you think it's weird to come out and beat up people at all?
I mean,
What are you talking about?
Do you think it's weird to single out someone?
We live here. Where do you live, bro?
Where do you live, bro? It's weird to say square up to me. Do you think that's weird? Oh, so it's
12 at night.
What do you mean?
12 at night in LA.
Oh, I see. That's the type of life you live. You just walk up to people and say square up.
Bro, he's been peaceful.
Okay.
This black man generally has been peaceful.
On yourself?
That's cool. Yeah, I do.
You should do it right,
guys.
Not really.
So yeah,
this black man generally has been
yes,
peaceful.
you're in downtown
This
LA.
man has
It's 12 in the morning. And you're mad that someone might want to square up.
LA is like that. That's awesome way to represent LA. So that we can spread out from all around the world. Come out to LA, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because people want to square up. And it's normal, right? It's not weird, it's normal. That's what you say, that, right?
Not that it's weird.
Los Angeles is a place where you can get squared up on for no reason.
Absolutely.
By this
It's been
guy,
like that forever.
and it's for sure, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm
Yes,
not
he
saying
sees
it's cool. It's reality.
That's
It's reality.
It's fine. It's reality.
Reality.
That's what happens in LA. And he's fine about it. He's fine. So raise your
Where are
children
you
over
from?
everybody who,
Where are you from?
everybody,
Where
get
are
your
you
kids
from?
over there. Everybody, get your
He's
kids
from
over
like
there.
Africa, but he grew up in Minnesota.
He's got the Africa look. Hey, I like that. I like that.
I'm not speaking for him. Where are you from? Though? I curiously want to know where are you from.
Why is that?
And he's not gonna say
Because you're out here.
He's an American, like all of us.
because he's on some
I'm
YouTube.
from Long Beach. Long Beach.
So wait, so you
Where?
Long
Where?
Beach.
Where?
Exactly.
LBC.
So why are you?
If he was from Long Beach, bro, he'd be repping
And
his
then
street right now.
I'm from also from. Your mama's house.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, you get it now. What's up?
Hey, hey, yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
What's up?
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up,
What's wrong with you guys, man?
Ooh, I got a little bit of that sauce. It's okay, because I like that sauce.
What happened, man?
You gonna come over here like that, grab people's shit? Stupid ass. That's why you're looking all blue and shit. Blue ass Smurf over here. Blue ass motherfucking Smurf.
Damn, dog. What's wrong with you people,
Get that
man?
sauce.
What's wrong with you, man?
Get that sauce, motherfuckers. Get sauced up. Get sauced up.
Sauced up, you're a pussy.
Oh yeah, pussy. Yeah, sure. Sure.
What happened?
You won't fight nobody.
For what? For your drunk ass?
I'm not, bro. You're in our space.
How am I in your space, man? This is public.
Right here?
This is the street.
Bro, you're in our.
So it's so bad and so weird to be filming in public that you have to run your mouth. Yeah, go back and sound.
Sick ass boys, dog.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Man.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm
You good?
because that's
Yeah, no.
It's all good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Sick ass boys, huh?
There's some things that you may not know about me.
There's stuff I haven't told you too. There are only 2 people on this planet who know we did, and we're taking that to the grave.
You need to get out of my house and get out of New York.
Hands on the table.
I can still see them pointing the gun at my